Is it possible for antibiotics to be used in place of exercise for someone who is trying to keep fit? Is there any form of exercise that a pregnant woman can do besides walking? Stay tuned and you'll find out.
It is Randoms with Dayobuttons, and yes, it's about that time where we get to have a conversation. Now, this conversation is going to blow your mind. I have a very, very good personality. Now, I'll tell you a story about this person. I met through a friend, and back and forth, we started talking. That's about it. I have fitnessphreek in the house. How are you doing?
Hello, I am doing very well. That was a very electrifying introduction.
For what we want to talk about, we need that energy. Come on.
I know, right?
The energy is needed. So we're talking about.
I'm fired up.
Okay, I'm not gonna pour water on you, so the fire won't quench. So we're talking about exercise, and having seen people this generation sort of running into exercises these days, all kinds of exercise. You want to ask yourself, what exactly is going on? Why is everybody trying to keep fit all of a sudden? Is there something at stake? Why do I need to keep fit? So first question, why is exercise needed for the body?
Personally, right, if I'm to speak from my perspective, I would say exercise makes me stronger. Simply put, right? I notice that when I don't exercise for a period, like my stamina is low, I'm not able to, lift heavy things, and, things are just generally slow. And for someone my age, I wouldn't expect to be, that slow in doing things. But when I exercise, I feel energetic, I feel strong, I feel alive, that's like the physical or the what's it called, like the visible aspect of the benefits of exercise. But when you now look at the internal benefits, the things you cannot see, the fact that it just keeps your metabolism up, and it just helps you generally to have like that overall sound well-being internally.
That's about it. Okay, so now the real questions. I remember sending you all of these questions through one of my favorite persons in the world, and then she was like, she said she would be interested. I'm like, oh, cool. If she's listening, she's gonna slap me right now. That diet, just get out. All right, so the first one: is it possible to use antibiotics and not exercise for someone who's trying to keep fit? Because these days you just see different antibiotics who's telling you can use this, you can use that. While you're using it, do you still have to exercise?
Honestly, I never, if I'm to say, like, confess, I never heard this myth, right, of antibiotics replacing exercise. And when you sent me those questions and I saw it, I was like, okay, what exactly is going on here? So the thing is, I think the bigger problem is in the modern world now. People are just looking for quick fixes. Everybody just wants the easy way out, so to speak. Nobody really wants to put in the work. And from my knowledge of antibiotics, of course, it's also known as antibacteria. They're basically medications that help to destroy or slow down the growth of bacteria, right?
Yeah.
And our bodies have good bacteria as well as bad bacteria that comes in at times when you fall ill and all of that. But incessant use of antibiotics can be detrimental to your health, because the antibiotics may start to kill off those good bacteria. So scientifically speaking, I am definitely sure that antibiotics is not the way to go when it comes to stay healthy internally, because it's not sustainable. Even if you are on an antibiotic treatment, you can only be on that treatment for so long. They usually recommend you don't take antibiotics for more than 2 weeks at a stretch. You get that kind of thing. So you wouldn't want to live your life in a way that you are constantly on this thing that could definitely probably break your immune system altogether, because it's killing off both good and bad bacteria. And then on the part of exercise, the effect of exercise cannot be overemphasized. Like, there's just no replacement. To be honest, there are a host of different types of exercises. There are strength training exercises. There are there's cardio, there's aerobics, there's Pilates. So it's just for you to find what works for you. You know, it's not everybody that would want to go to the gym and spend 2 hours, pumping one machine or lifting heavy weight. If that is not for you, then you could just go for a simple walk.
A simple walk would give me muscles.
A simple walk would give you muscles. Are you asking or you're saying?
I'm saying that a simple walk would not give me muscles.
But exactly. So that's why it depends on what your needs are, right? So some people want to build muscles. Some people want to build strength. Some people want to build their stamina. Some people are after, okay, I want my cardiovascular health to be better. Then they know they have to go for cardio exercises, probably a light jog. They have to go for walking. They have to maybe use a cycling machine. So it just depends on what your needs are, right? So that's just what it is. Honestly, I just wish a lot of people would see the good side of exercise and not think it's just this thing that is so stressful and something that they cannot really fit into their daily routines or weekly routines.
I try my best to dedicate 2 days out of 7 days in a week to exercise.
Wow, okay.
2 days.
That's amazing.
Well,
that is wonderful.
You should even ask what I do.
No, see, so long as you can say it and you're saying it not just to yourself, you're saying it openly.
Yeah.
I just have that confidence that you really stick to it. And consistency is key here. I know there are times that people may fall off the bandwagon, but if you're just able to get back into that routine, trust me, that's all that matters.
Okay.
So now maybe I can ask all the details of the 2 days a week.
Okay, so basically, after working hours, I gather with the boys and then we play soccer every Tuesday and Wednesday. Say from 4:30 to about 7 p.m. We just stretch, we play soccer with ourselves, sweat out everything. Been sitting for hours, you need to stretch the muscles and every other part.
Of course. So that's another form of exercise. Playing games, it's something. Trust me, it goes a long way. If you can keep it up, it's definitely better than nothing.
Yeah.
Definitely better than someone that doesn't even play football at all or move. So
definitely.
It's good enough.
Yeah, thank you. I see you support me. The other question, pregnancy and exercise. We hear that a lot of people, while they're pregnant, some doctors, I'm not sure how true this is. Some doctors have advised that they stay away from anything heavy. Is there any form of exercise that a pregnant woman can do aside just taking a walk?
Surely, certainly. But the ultimate advice is usually not to do something that you weren't previously doing before you got pregnant. So, of course, if you're a dancer, whether it's pole dancing, whether it's ballet dancing, whether it's ice skating, whatever it was that you were doing before you got pregnant, I know for sure from what I've read, right, in the past, that you can continue those dance sports, so to speak, so long as it was already part of you. But if you were someone who had like a very slightly, let's say, dormant or docile lifestyle, and then you just wake up and you want to start jumping poles or doing rigorous dances, that would not be recommended, because then your body is not used to all that activity, let alone when you are pregnant. So you just really want to take things nice and easy. Walking is something that works for all pregnant women. It's good. But I try to avoid making comments on these kind of topics because I wouldn't want anybody to quote me to go and say, "Oh, Fitnessphreek said
you should keep walking."
I'm not a licensed medical doctor. So always check with your physicians and your obstetricians and gynecologists here for what works.
In part 2, I will be answering questions like, does exercise really help with sex? We'll see what I have to say about that. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button and connect with Dayobuttons. Follow his podcast and connect with him on all socials. He talks about all forms of amazing random topics that you would really be excited to listen to. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Until part 2. Bye.